Stephanie was hacked. Okay, so y'all know that Drew and Desiree just had court about custody of Deshaun, and Desiree is going to be getting visits. Anyway, during this whole thing, there's obviously like an investigation going on currently. And Stephanie has been ordered not to take pictures or videos or to bring up Deshaun or Desiree or the entirety of the situation at hand, period. And she has still done that. So she says that she was apparently hacked and that people got her iCloud. There's been a fluctuation in cars coming in and out of their motel, which I mean, if you're in a motel and people are coming to stay there, then that's kind of like the whole fucking point, but okay. It's just giving rugs and paranoia to me. So, yeah, that's the update that I have today. I just think it's pretty odd. With this investigation, I think that they are wanting to see things from Stephanie, like pictures and videos, and all of a sudden all of those just disappeared, right? So that's pretty weird, but okay.
All right, babe, sit down and grab a big cup of tea because what's going on with Stephanie Jenkins lately? Phew, it's not just messy, it's scary messy. Her online behavior has gone from chaotic to downright concerning, and the latest developments? They've got everyone talking. So here's the scoop. Ever since the court handed down that ruling giving Desiree visitation rights to see Herman Dion, Stephanie has not been okay. And we don't mean just a little stressed, we're talking full-on meltdown mode. According to sources, she's been spiraling into this bizarre alternate reality where she's the target of some kind of mass conspiracy. And she's not just thinking it, she's broadcasting it loud and clear on social media. In her latest video, she opened with this dramatic voiceover that felt more like the start of a thriller than a life update. She claimed she's been noticing cars pulling into the motel parking lot and insisted the people inside don't look like they're from around here. The implication? That these strangers are spying on her or coming to intimidate her. Seriously. She's acting like she's the lead in a crime docuseries. But let's take a reality check here. Stephanie is staying at a public motel. Not a private home, not a gated community, a motel. You know, where people from out of town show up literally every single day. Travelers, families passing through, people needing temporary housing, motels are revolving doors by design. But Stephanie's treating it like anyone who pulls into the lot must be part of some operation to watch her. She sees a new license plate and assumes it's a spy van. A car she hasn't seen before? Clearly someone sent to harass her. She's acting like the whole motel is her turf, when in reality, it's a shared public space. This isn't paranoia light anymore. This is a full-blown delusion. It's like every normal thing happening around her is being rewritten into a thriller in her mind, and she's the hunted. But babe, that's not even the juiciest part. Just when you think it couldn't get more dramatic, Stephanie hits us with a tech-based twist, the iCloud saga. She claimed, completely out of nowhere, that her iCloud was hacked and over 4,000 videos and photos from as far back as 2021 were deleted. Yes, you read that right. She really said someone hacked into her account and wiped her entire camera roll clean. She even asked, why would anyone do this instead of taking the legal route? Legal route to what, exactly? Court over her selfies? Over videos of her rants and Starbucks runs? What court case requires someone to go in and erase your personal files? It just doesn't make any sense. What really had people's jaws on the floor, though, was how quick she was to talk about taking legal action. Like, this is the same woman who constantly says she has no money. No money for gas. No money for her kids' basic needs. No money for food or new shoes. But the moment her iCloud allegedly gets messed with, suddenly she's got the funds and fire to call up lawyers and start filing paperwork. Priorities? Nowhere in sight. And let's be honest, the timing of this hack just so happens to align with her latest loss in court.
Stephanie was hacked. Okay, so y'all know that Drew and Desiree just had court about custody of Deshaun, and Desiree is going to be getting visits. Anyway, during this whole thing, there's obviously like an investigation going on currently. And Stephanie has been ordered not to take pictures or videos or to bring up Deshaun or Desiree or the entirety of the situation at hand, period. And she has still done that. So she says that she was apparently hacked and that people got her iCloud. There's been a fluctuation in cars coming in and out of their motel, which I mean, if you're in a motel and people are coming to stay there, then that's kind of like the whole fucking point, but okay. It's just giving rugs and paranoia to me. So yeah, that's the update that I have today. I just think it's pretty odd. With this investigation, I think that they are wanting to see things from Stephanie, like pictures and videos, and all of a sudden all of those just disappeared, right? So that's pretty weird, but okay.
Full transparency, I'm a little beat, not gonna lie. And I'll do my best to put this voiceover on this video, but recently we've been noticing a fluctuation with cars in and out, people staying here that just don't seem to be the type of people that would even be from this area, especially with my iCloud recently being hacked and 4 years of my data being wiped. I mean, we're talking 4,000 videos and photos. Memories back from 2021 all the way to current of my kids, family, and no doubt all the content that I put the work into these last few years. First opened my iCloud to find all of that gone, it hit me pretty hard. Especially because I can't help but wonder why anyone would want any of that information. Why you take the time to get into somebody's iCloud when knowing full well that's something you can definitely take a legal route, and I'm going to do so. I'm not good with any technical terms on that. I'm just saying that's something that is not okay. You have access to the videos that I post, the photos that I post, but directly hacking into my personal information, that's just not okay. Even more transparency here, and I told my man that I was going to say this, so it's not like I'm hurting any feelings. I really feel like a lot of the reasons why y'all attack me have nothing to do with me personally. Keep bringing up the fact that I'm still married to an SO. Then you bring up my living situation like I have no idea what it's like. Dude, I'm the one living it. What the heck? Like I said, I'm beat, so yeah, I have a lack of energy in my voice, lack of enthusiasm, and I'm definitely not done talking because I feel like I didn't have a voice in any of it.
Convenient, isn't it? Whenever Stephanie gets backed into a corner, especially with something like custody or legal decisions, she always seems to come up with a new, dramatic storyline. It's like clockwork. The moment reality doesn't suit her, she flips the script and plays the victim again. This isn't just a one-off meltdown. It's a pattern. And it's not about her being unlucky or targeted. It's about her dodging accountability. She lost a case, so instead of facing the fallout, she starts crying surveillance, hacking, danger. She needs the public to stay on her side, and what better way than to claim someone's trying to ruin her life from the shadows? But the scary truth? All this energy she puts into defending herself, spinning stories, and chasing imaginary enemies, she never seems to have that same passion when it comes to her kids. When the house is falling apart, when her children need attention or support, when the cockroaches are crawling across the floors, it's crickets. But if someone even thinks about her iCloud, suddenly it's war. ChatGPT said, "Let's not forget, Stephanie Jenkins has built her entire online identity around being this perfect stepmom." She's said it over and over again, almost like a badge of honor. But she didn't want to be just any stepmom, she wanted to be the savior, the hero in the story, the woman who stepped up when the real mom stepped out. The only problem? That story isn't true. Desiree never abandoned her son. She didn't vanish or give up. What actually happened is Stephanie inserted herself into the role and, over time, worked hard to edge Desiree out completely. And now that the court has stepped in and given Desiree regular visitation rights, Stephanie's entire narrative is crumbling, and she's unraveling with it. It's honestly hard to watch. She used to post videos glorifying stepmoms, how they heal the broken family, how they're the ones who really show up. But in her case, she didn't heal anything. All she did was contribute to the chaos. Instead of building stability for Deshaun, she helped create a situation where he ended up homeless, living in one small room with 6 other people, cut off from his biological mom. That's not heroic, it's harmful. And let's be real about something else too, Stephanie isn't even legally a stepmom. She's not married to Drew, she's still legally tied to her estranged husband, from a marriage she never officially ended. So all that a stepmama talk? It's performative. It's all for the internet. That's also why she wasn't invited to speak during the custody hearings, because legally, she has no say. She's not a guardian. She's not a co-parent.
If you see stepmoms struggling with their stepkids, please educate yourself on reactive attachment disorder. I'll say it again. Educate yourself on reactive attachment disorder. Enough when it comes to step-parents, and I just want to speak up about it, you know? The thing is, with good step-parents, parents who choose to be that person for that child, that's what it is. You're stepping in as that person, that child's parent, because their biological parent decided that didn't matter to them. Being a part of their kid's life didn't matter to them. Why? I don't know. But you know what? That doesn't matter, because the step-parent steps in. Of course it matters, but my point here is that That trauma that happens to the child because you decided you didn't want your biological child, that's on the step-parent to fix and put back together. It's crazy to me that that's not put into perspective. A step-parent willingly takes on every issue, every complication, every behavioral complication with the child that is not biologically theirs. Same with the foster parent. And we choose to daily put up with that stuff. If you're a biological parent who kept your biological kids and you love your kids, you're still gonna have those moments where you're like, my fucking God, what am I doing? But deep down, you know that's your child. That's your blood. You're not gonna walk away. You're choosing to do that for your stepchild. There isn't that instinctual like, oh, I can't get rid of them even if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? You're choosing that. And that's a golden heart kind of move, person. The fact that my man chooses to be my daughter's dad, he chooses to step in and take care of those daddy-daughter moments that their biological father is not in the picture for. And I choose to sit here and deal with every behavioral complication my stepson throws my way. And I'm here for it. But I just think, especially when you're going into school situations, it's like people discredit the step-parent and they don't want to they call the biological parent of the couple. And it's like, hey, let's not forget, I stepped in. I'm making that choice to be a part of this kid's life and be as much a part of it as I possibly can. I'm choosing to be their mother. I'm choosing to be the person who takes that time to make doctor appointments, research therapists, research sports activities. I choose to do that because the biological parent walked away and said that was something they didn't want to do for them. And I'm going to continue to do it, no matter how insane I become. No matter how much the child pushes me, I'm here. And I'll continue to be here. And I salute all of you step-parents and foster parents. You're amazing.
She's just the dad's girlfriend playing dress up in a role that isn't hers. Remember when her own mother gave her $12,000 specifically to finalize the divorce from her ex-husband? What did Stephanie do? She ran off with the money and never looked back. That's who she is, someone who avoids responsibility, then turns around and cries about being attacked. It's always, why is everyone coming for me? But the truth is, people aren't just pulling things out of thin air to bash her. They're pointing out a pattern. And that pattern hasn't changed. Stephanie wants to act like people are dragging up old drama just to be cruel. In one of her latest rants, she said the criticism isn't even about who she is now, but about things she did years ago. But here's where her logic collapses. No one's talking about the past for nostalgia. They're talking about it because she's still making the same bad choices. This isn't some cleaned-up woman trying to move forward and being unfairly haunted by her past. She's still in the middle of the mess. The cycle hasn't ended. Let's talk about that husband she never divorced. That isn't ancient history, it's a current legal tie to a man with a concerning background. She had the chance to walk away clean. She was given the resources to make it happen. And she chose not to. That decision still affects her life and her kids' lives today. That's not something people just forget and forgive. That's not the kind of thing you can brush off as just drama. And then there's the living situation. Stephanie keeps saying, I know it's bad, I live here. But babe, if you know how bad it is, why are you okay with your children living in it too? You can't claim awareness and then do absolutely nothing to change it. That's not just failing, it's neglect. Knowing your environment is toxic and choosing to stay in it is one thing. Keeping kids trapped there with you? That's something else entirely. In one of her videos, you can literally see the conditions she's allowing those kids to live in. Dirty dishes piled up in the corner. Cockroaches skittering across the floor. A small, cramped room shared by 7 people. Old food left out.
Full transparency, I'm a little beat, not gonna lie. And I'll do my best to put this voiceover on this video, but recently we've been noticing a fluctuation with cars in and out, people staying here that just don't seem to be the type of people that would even be from this area, especially with my iCloud recently being hacked and 4 years of my data being wiped. I mean, we're talking 4,000 videos and photos. Memories back from 2021 all the way to current of my kids, our family, and no doubt all the content that I put the work into these last few years. First opened my iCloud to find all of that gone, it hit me pretty hard, especially because I can't help but wonder why anyone would want any of that information. Why you take the time to to get into somebody's iCloud when knowing full well that's something you can definitely take a legal route, and I'm going to do so. I'm not good with any technical terms on that. I'm just saying that's something that is not okay. You have access to the videos that I post, the photos that I post, but directly hacking into my personal information, that's just not okay. Even more transparency here, and I told my man that I was going to say this, so it's not like I'm hurting any feelings. I really feel like a lot of the reasons why y'all attack me have nothing to do with me personally. Keep bringing up the fact that I'm still married to an SO. Then you bring up my living situation like I have no idea what it's like. Dude, I'm the one living it. What the heck? Like I said, I'm beat, so yeah, I have a lack of energy in my voice, lack of enthusiasm, and I'm definitely not done talking because I feel like I didn't have a voice in any of it.
No privacy. No breathing room. It's chaotic, unsanitary, and unsafe. But instead of focusing her energy on fixing that, she's online spinning conspiracies, playing the victim, and trying to rewrite the story again. While Stephanie's boyfriend Drew lounges around with a gaming headset glued to his head, totally checked out and jobless, the kids are left in a cramped, noisy, chaotic room that barely functions as a living space. There's mess everywhere, the smell of old dishes lingering in the air, roaches crawling freely, and barely enough space for anyone to even stretch out, let alone live. But Stephanie isn't doing anything about it. She's just letting it happen. It's not just uncomfortable, it's unhealthy. No child should have to grow up in that kind of environment. The crowding, the filth, the tension, it chips away at a kid's sense of peace and security. And yet, instead of focusing on how to make life better for her children, Stephanie is busy panicking over things like mystery cars in the motel parking lot, wild claims about her iCloud being hacked, and imaginary court conspiracies that don't even involve her. She's stuck in this mindset where everything is a threat, and everyone is out to get her. But while she's busy fighting invisible battles, she's ignoring the very real issues unfolding right in front of her. Her kids don't have privacy. They don't have stability. They don't have a safe, clean space to just be kids. What they have is noise, neglect, and a mother who's more invested in her internet storylines than their day-to-day well-being. And here's the saddest part, Stephanie genuinely thinks people are after her because they hate her. But that's not it at all. People are just stunned that she's still choosing this chaos. Stunned that she keeps dragging kids through mess after mess while spinning the same tired story about being the victim. She talks about being a stepmom like it's her official title, but she's not even married. The whole stepmom image she pushes is based on a role she assigned herself. And when given real opportunities to take control, like when her own mother gave her money to finalize her divorce, she walked away from it, literally. Took the money and disappeared, then popped back up online with another victim story. That's the pattern. The truth is, this isn't about people digging into her past. This is about the present. Stephanie keeps making the same decisions, the same excuses, and the same destructive choices, just dressed up in new drama. She's choosing not to change. That's what people are reacting to. So what do you think? Is her iCloud story real? Are people really out to get her? Or is this just more smoke and mirrors to pull focus from what's really going on, like the custody ruling and everything unraveling at home? Let us know in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, and come back for more truth, more breakdowns, and more unfiltered tea.